When you do something special for someone, for their birthday, when you're playing it, or when you're doing a project for school, if you're not putting everything that you have into that, then it's not going to come out the very best that you can do it. This same concept applies in the area of sports when it comes to the aspect of playing with heart. This is evident when you look at the two major leagues of football in America. You have college football, which is under the NCAA or the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and also the National Football League or the NFL. And within these two, you can see one has more players that play with heart more than the other. And this idea of playing with heart leads me to my first point, which is that the NFL is more of a business, whereas the NCAA, that kind of football, there's a lot more emotion into it. Every single NFL player gets paid a yearly salary based on their skill level. And when it comes to the NCAA, the most that they get is a scholarship from the school that they attend, and each school is only allowed to give out 85 scholarships to players. That's according to the article College Football Recruiting. So basically, not every player on the football team is getting a scholarship. Some of them are just there either as walk-ons or not getting full scholarships, and they're still having to pay for school. So if they're on the team, then they're definitely doing it just because they love the game. Not to say that the NFL players don't love it, but every single one of them gets paid. And actually, the minimum NFL salary, according to the article, minimum salaries still apply in uncapped year. The minimum salary is $320,000 a year, and that's for a player who doesn't even have a recorded season, which means that they didn't play at all in a season. So after that year of sitting on the bench the whole time, or just being there for practice, they still make at least $320,000 a year. So this aspect of the business side of the NFL really kind of takes away from the game of football, because there's more than just the game. When it comes to the college, that's all it is. It's just the football. Which leads me to my next point, which is the player experience for both. College football players have a better experience than the NFL players. While the NFL players are working at their job, they have to go to practices, they have to go to workouts, and through all that, they have to remember the fact that they have a contract that they have to follow. When their contract runs up, they have to renew it, and then they have to go through all those negotiations. Whereas the college players, they can focus on the football, and they also get to go to school for it. And so they're able to benefit from that, even though they're not getting paid all the money that the NFL players do. One major thing that deals with the game itself as far as the players' experience is the overtime for both. The NFL overtime, it's sudden death. There's a coin toss, and whoever wins the coin toss chooses what they want. They want the ball, and whoever scores first wins. Whereas for the college rules, you have each team gets a chance to start at the 25-yard line, and they get 4 downs from there. And so each team gets an equal opportunity, which is, although you still have a chance in the NFL to defend, each team will have the opportunity to have the ball, which is a better experience for the team because they feel that they had their shot, and if they lost, then it's just because that they lost to a better team. And another thing with the players having a better experience is their ability to be around the fans. The NFL players, with all their traveling, all their practices and workouts, all that stuff, they don't really have a lot of time to be around fans, whereas college players, they're around the fans all the time because they go to class with them, they live with a lot of them, so they're able to be around them all the time and just be able to interact with those fans. Which leads me to my next point, which is the fan experience. The fan experience as a college football fan is better than that in the NFL. There are 119 Division I single A teams according to ESPN.go.com for college football. That's in the whole country, and that's just the Division A, or the Division I single A. And there's only 32 NFL teams. So if you did the math, there's obviously not enough teams in the NFL for there to even be one in every state. So those people that live in those states have to choose a team from somewhere else, or what they'll do is they'll just cheer for a college team. And most states have multiple different teams within that state for a fan to cheer for. And there's a difference between being a spectator and a fan. And with the NFL, you have a whole lot more spectators than you have fans because just the atmosphere when you go to the game. There's a lot more people just sitting down, sitting there to watch. And actually, Matthew Robinson in the article Fans and Spectators says that a spectator is one who simply watches and observes. And so that's basically what they're doing at the NFL games, where if you go to a college game, every fan is always standing yelling the whole game. So you know that they're really into it and they're really there just to support the team. So now that I've gone over these three things, let's go ahead and look back at the points I've made. First of all, the NFL is more of a business, while college football, it has more emotion involved in it. The players have a better experience as well as the fans. So college football is more a pure form of sport, while NFL is more politics. And you know that the NFL, or the college football players are playing with heart. Think of it like this: if you had a teacher, would you rather them be teaching you just because they love to teach and they want to see you learn, or would you want them teaching you because it's a job and they're getting paid to